love a good Dave rant? Want to see the latest Ramsey Show videos going viral? Check out your favorite moments from The Ramsey Show on YouTube. Go watch and subscribe to The Ramsey Show channel on YouTube.
Alrighty, Ramsey Show ending, Aftershow beginning. I'll put my links in the chat and we will get going here. See if I can get them all in there before somebody types something in the chat. Looks like there might be a good chance of it today. One more, and yes, how about that? Alrighty. Check on the YouTube, reload it, make sure that, yep, episode number 302, change the date, so we're all good. I don't have any assistant, I need to do all this stuff myself. So it's always a joy when that happens. All right. What up, Tat? Thanks for dropping by. Alrighty, so normally we start the show with a different song, but today I want to do something a little bit different. This is from the year of our Lord, 1990, from Depeche Mode. Like violence, break the silence, come crashing into my little world, painful to me, pierce right through me, can't you understand, oh my little girl, all I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here, in my arms, words are very unnecessary, they can only do harm. Nope. Vows are spoken to be broken, feelings are intense, words are trivial, pleasures remain, so does the pain, words are meaningless and forgettable, all I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here, in my arms, words are very unnecessary, they can only do harm. Little pitch again. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed was here in my arms. Words are very unnecessary, they can only do harm. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here in my arms. Words are very unnecessary, they can only do harm. 1990. Enjoy the silence. Looks like some people have covered that. Looks like Carla Bruni, Moriarty, and Dollop Big Gang. Alrighty. And of course, we know what day it is. Yeah. 7 a.m. waking up in the morning, gotta be fresh, gotta go downstairs, gotta have my bowl, gotta have cereal, seeing everything, the time is going, ticking on and on, everybody's rushing, gotta get down to the bus stop, gotta catch my bus, I see my friends, kicking in the front seat, sitting in the back seat, gotta make my mind up for what's can I take? It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Friday, getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Partying, yeah. Budgeting, yeah. Fun. Looking forward to the weekend. All right. Gonna bring the room down a little bit. Song stylings of Ed Sheeran. Like all plans, it starts with step 1. $1,000 emergency fund. Step 2, you'll pay off all your debt. Step mortgage, we don't do that yet. So pay off your consumer debt. Every one of the charges, from smallest to largest. Baby step 3 is next. Full emergency fund of expenses. You stay gazelle intensive. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him, I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I go, that's why I coach, and why I host this after show. If you don't like the way that it's working out, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Now step 4 is when you can take a breath and go, let's gazelle and invest. Step 5 is to save for your kids. No student loans at all for that college. 6 is to pay off your home. Step 7, build your wealth and don't keep it all yourself. And you've lived like nobody else. And now you get to live large, and now you get to give large. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him, I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I go, and why I host this YouTube show. If you don't like the way that it's working out, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Trumpet, take it home. Live from Columbus, OH. It's the Ramsey Show Aftershow show, brought to you by D.H. Schumann Sorry, D.H. Schumann, thank you so much. Sorry for messing up your name there. Here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it, and all things financial, and whatever else I want to talk about. You can do that when you have your own show. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. I'm a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, and you can schedule a free consultation assessment with me at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. There's a link at the top of the chat and in the video description. All these links are. You can email me about anything. Yes, anything, including if you want to sing the Baby Step song. I'd love to hear somebody else sing that. And that's CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. You can add me on the Instagram. I'm on the Gram at Coach Steve Money, no spaces. And if you'd like to donate to the channel like D.H. Schumann did, I promise I'll try to pronounce your name correctly. If you want me to say it, I don't have to say it. It can be anonymous. But again, much appreciated either way. If you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, that's paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. All right, let's catch up with the chat there. Oh, Tattoo must have not heard the Baby Step song before. Thank you so much. Bum, bum, bum. Thank you so much for coming by there, Tattoo. Alrighty. So today's Ramsey Show host on a new. Whoops, gotta move that. See, this is the thing an engineer would do if you're so lucky as to have an engineer. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. It was kind of weird. It was kind of weird today. I mean, they've done this kind of thing before. But for the first 2 hours, George Camel was in the, obviously Friday, obviously Dave off, as is the case 99.9% of the time. He did work on a Friday the week before his book came out, his last book, Baby Steps Millionaires, and the week after that, he did work on Fridays, but for like 2 years, he's been off every single other Friday. What up, AJ? So what was I say? Oh, yeah. So George Camel was in the big chair for the first 2 hours, and co-hosting was Christina Ellis. But in the last hour, Christina took the big chair and was driving the show, and George was the co-host. Now, I don't have a Christina Ellis song, but we do have one for George, or part of one anyway. This is what we got so far. Yeah. He used to host YouTube back in the day. King Coleman calls him George Camel with a K. Now George hosts 3 podcasts. They don't cost a cent. Barroom, Future, Entree, Leadership, and the Fine Print. Opened up YouTube, saw the thumbnail was Camel. It's always fun with George on the panel. Ayo wears Aso Centiloni, wears flannel. No one does it better than our guy George Camel. Paid his house off. That's Baby Step 7, y'all. He got a second dog. He got a 2013 Tesla. And he told some lady that her horse didn't know her name. The horse expenses were a lot for her, and she was making $30,000 a year. And he was suggesting to sell the horse. So he took some flack for that one. Alrighty. Yeah, he can have every Fridays off, especially, I mean, back in the day, we had to have a replay when that happened. But now that he's got, now he has a stable of personalities that can host, we have had very few replays, except when, like Christmas vacation and stuff like that. So, Tat thinks I matched the beat perfectly. All right, if you say so. All right. And here's where we go. Market report. Alrighty, after going down a lot yesterday, that's what you said. Market almost all up today. It's just the Dow Jones total market, 0.13% down, and NASDAQ the most up, 1.43%, followed by the Russell at almost 0.96%, and S&P up 0.22%. We got next week, we have earnings reports coming from Progressive Corporation, Accenture, FedEx, Nike, and then the week after that, Walgreens and Micron Technology. The most followed single stocks on Google. As far as today, the most up, the Amazon, which they were down yesterday considerably, and so that coming back up is good. The least up is what? The Alphabet, which owns Google, and that's 1.05%. Alright, let's check to see what's going on in the rest of the world. Mostly up in Europe, mostly down in Asia. 3 out of the 5 indices that are being tracked here. Let's check out that dollar is doing. It's a mostly almost all up day, and Dow Jones not down that much. So we'll see what the currencies do. Normally, when the market has a good day, the dollar goes down, and vice versa. But let's see. The U.S. dollar is up against the euro, up against the Japanese yen. It's up against the British pound, love. It's up against the Canadian dollar, sorry, and it's a clean sweep up against the Australian dollar-mite. And so that trend does not hold today because the market was up and overall up, and also the dollar is overall up against the rest of the world. Crypto up day as well today. Cardano up 2.97. I know a guy that has some of that. I think we might have some crypto stories here. Is that all we need from here? That's all we need from here. All right, let's see what kind of news stories we got. This from Market Watch, a Market Extra. History says the next bull market is just months away, and it could carry the S&P 500 to the 6,000 level, according to Bank of America, not Dave's favorite bank. And of course, we can't read this whole article, but that would be, I guess they have some history numbers on their side suggesting that it'll be recovering then. So, and let's see, the 6,000 level, let's see what that is as far as a high. That would be way, way, way higher. Wow. Because the previous high was on December 31st. Get up there. There we go, December 31st of 47.66. And they talking about 6,000. I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't be hating it at all. So that means if let's just say that happens. If that happens, like within the next 6 months or even a year, if that happens, as you can see right now, you're getting it on sale, like darn near 50% off if it goes to 6,000. So like 40% off, 38%, something like that. Just guessing. So that was interesting, I thought, from Gizmodo.com. We got Instagram and Snapchat announce updates to stay relevant. Insta is going full TikTok, and Snapchat is pulling a Twitter and adding a new subscriber tier, paid subscriber tier. Instagram is testing out a full screen feed feature that looks awfully similar to the top. Snapchat is joining Twitter and adding a paid subscriber tier. Also, if Elon Musk has his way, Twitter will start to look a whole lot more like TikTok too. Everything's going to be the new talk. All right. Apparently, YouTube has a TikTok clone that has 1.5 billion monthly users. Don't know anything about that. Let's see about that. I'm interested in that. Nope. I mean, that might just be the thing where if you have a short video that it adds it. Let's see, little addictive videos. Yeah, they are very short. Yeah, YouTube Shorts, right? And I even have a couple that qualify for that. Where is it? And when the Kelly telling me I'm right, like right here. And so see, it puts it in the vertical space like it's on, even on a phone itself. And so here's Kelly telling me right. You think I'm right, Kelly?
Oh, you're right, Steve.
That's right. So I'm right about that and about everything else in the full history of my life. All right. So let's see. From CNBC, we got stolen goods sold on Amazon, eBay, and Facebook are causing havoc for major retailers. Over the past year, large-scale robberies have swept through stores like Louis Vuitton in San Francisco's Union Square, and a nearby Nordstrom, which was robbed by 80 people in there, looting stuff at the same time. Have warned the public that this isn't traditional shoplifting. Rather, what they're seeing is theft organized by criminal networks. So there you go. Amazon, for instance, says it spent more than $900 million and employed more than 12,000 people in 2021 to prevent fraud and abuse. Okay. Company also says it requests proofs of sourcing when it has concerns about how products were obtained and works with authorities to weed out illegal activity. All right, well, that's something. Oh, let's see. What my boy talking about? What AJ? Wife's new 401k doesn't have many options. Not used to this. 3 large cap options, 1 mid cap, 2 small cap, 2 international. AJ, you gotta do the best you can. Boom, boom, boom. They don't seem to be bad though. All right. Cool, but yeah, you do the best you can. Obviously, you would take the match and then go to Roth and then go back to that 401k. This from the New York Times, the coin that could wreck crypto. As cryptocurrencies have plunged, attention is focused on a potential point of vulnerability. The market's reliance on a so-called stable coin called Tether. We get guys jumping in the Ramsey chat every so often talking about, the stablecoin. Cryptocurrency prices are plummeting, and so-called stablecoin lost all its value in a matter of days. And so what makes your stablecoin any better than that one person that comes in and talks about that? Newfangled is a great word. Crypto bank halted withdrawals. That's right, they did. Actually, more than one did. And investors have been plunged into financial ruin. Now the crypto industry is grappling with an even grimmer prospect. The worst may be yet to come. Concerns mounting over another potential vulnerability in the crypto market. Tether, a company whose namesake currency is the linchpin of crypto trading worldwide. Long one of the most scrutinized companies in the industry, Tether is facing heightened pressure from regulators, investors, economists, and growing legions of skeptics. Virtual currency skeptics are skeptical, who argue it could be another domino to fall in an even bigger crash. Tether is really the lifeblood of the crypto ecosystem, said a finance expert at American University. If it imploded, then the entire facade falls down. So we'll have to see how that goes. The best choice Tat's wife gets is a fund that basically just follows S&P 500 in her 401k. Yeah, I mean, and that's, that's the best you can do. That's the best you can do, and that's not bad at all. All right, this from BuzzFeed. Leaked audio from 80 internal TikTok meetings shows that U.S. user data has been repeatedly accessed from China. Shocker. For years, TikTok has responded to data privacy concerns by promising that information gathered about users in the United States is stored in the United States rather than China, where ByteDance, the video platform's parent company, is located. But according to leaked audio from more than 80 internal TikTok meetings, China-based employees of ByteDance have repeatedly accessed non-public data about U.S. TikTok users, exactly the type of behavior that inspired former President Donald Trump to threaten to ban the app in the United States. The recording, which were reviewed by BuzzFeed News, contains 14 statements from 9 different TikTok employees indicating that engineers in China had access to U.S. data between September 2021 and January 2022 at the very least. Of course they did, despite a TikTok executive's sworn testimony in October 2021. Senate hearing that a world-renowned U.S.-based security team decides who gets access to this data. If they're getting paid by China, maybe they decide that China gets access to that data. So, I mean, that's the way it goes. I mean, it's owned by China. Sid just bought a fridge, and Matt Daniels said, eliminate debt while you can. Yes. I'll say that. Not while even when you can't. Go ahead and eliminate it too. And he says, live on a farm to become more self-sufficient on this great singing show. All right. Thank you for that comment. That, buttering me, that's a way to butter me up. But, live on a farm is not advice for everybody. I'm an indoor cat myself. And so I would live on a farm if it was with the right person and if it had wired internet. Is where I would drawing that line. Did you get a new fancy kind that makes ice and that has an LED screen on it that shows the temperature and stuff like that? In cash and on budget, Sid, of course. We didn't even doubt that. That was not necessary. Yeah, Tat, I would suggest you do keep it to just YouTube. There's no need to diversify on your socialness. Let's see, where is that one? I can't tell which tab is sticking out. Is it that one? No, it's not. It's that one. Okay. So next is this one, the U.S. Sun. And says the Clinton Files is about UFOs. Clinton Files, he says, I sent agents to see if there were aliens at Area 51, and scientists tell me we are not alone, says Bill Clinton. So he admitted he sent agents to Area 51. When did he do that? Recently? Also revealed scientists told him they are up to 95% sure humanity is not alone in the universe. All right. But speaking on the traditionally fringe, about the traditionally fringe topic on the Late Late Show, as discussions around UFOs take center stage in Washington, D.C. Okay, so I guess a very recent appearance on there. All right. So, I mean, that's some information, I guess. That's better than saying it was a weather balloon, right? $89 off. I mean, I don't know if I would live stream animals. I mean, some people would watch that, though. Like, you get, like, a baby chick or something like that. You put a webcam on it. Start a stream called WikiChicks, and have it just be, little chickens on there. They wouldn't say anything about that bait and switch, would they? Ted says they did find bacteria on Mars, so we do know there is life out there. Not on this planet. That's right. Life is out there, and the proof is also out there. I can't do the X-Files theme. Let's see. From New York Post, Border Patrol nabs 15 people on terror watch list in record-breaking May. So it's good that some people are out there along the border. And these 15 illegal immigrants are trying to sneak across the U.S.-Mexico border in May. And that's all record number of migrant encounters, according to official figures. Do they say like an estimate how many actually got through? Let's see, 239,416 migrants encountered at the southern border last month. Just looking to see. Big worry is with the chaos down there when you have these kinds of people. What do you mean these kinds of people? Coming to the border, I guess they mean terrorist watch list people. You have to assume that some of them got in. So yeah, that's what I was wondering about too. Oh, the new total is a bad number, he warned. Okay, they're probably not saying the number. Probably not saying the number, but it's a bad number. Duh. Alright. And that's a graph. AJ and Troy like graphs. That's from January to May 2022. And as you can see here, it keeps going up. February to March, a big change. And that might be because it got a little warmer. Maybe. All right, what else we got? From Yahoo Finance, crypto traders turn against each other in a collapsing market. You were what was I going to say about that? Crypto traders turn against each other in a collapsing market. Oh yeah, you were seeing some of that already, like in the Wall Street Bets subreddit, where like people that had invested in it, like when it was coming up, and then it got to the high, and then you had like a bunch of different people saying, I sorry guys, I have to take it out because I got to pay bills with it and stuff like that, and then they were getting a bunch of crap. But let's see what this says. China says it may have detected signals from alien civilizations, to back on that previous story. All right, with crypto prices tumbling precipitously, good word, traders have begun increasingly turning against each other to eke out ever-elusive profits. And we had a story yesterday on the Aftershow that you're starting to get video cards and prices going down, and also a bunch of them in stock at places because of the profits are going down. I guess the amount of the trades and the price that they are, I guess that affects what the miners get for processing those trades. And unlike traditional things, it uses video card power, the graphics processor, to process those transactions instead of the CPU, the central processing unit. Let's see, many shark traders scour blockchains, which are digital ledgers, for recording transactions, seeking information on other traders, particularly those with highly leveraged positions, as anonymous user known as Amakaze, get it? It's like kamikaze, but Amakaze. A contributor to the Sushi Decentralized Exchange said in an interview. And of course, leverage, that means you're in debt. The sharks then attack the positions by trying to push them into liquidation and earning liquidation bonuses that are common in decentralized finance, where people trade, lend, and borrow from each other without intermediaries like banks. And what could go wrong with that ever? What up, DH? DH says it's been about 2 years on it, probably made about 50 bots over that time. DH doesn't know if Bitcoin will still exist, but Forex will, or New York Stock Exchange will. Crypto is just easy because it's on 24/7. Yeah, I mean, I don't think like virtual would go away completely, but it would be very easy to see that it's controlled by the Fed and in other countries, other governments. like even China might do something that they are completely in charge of. But virtual currency, of course, banned there now. This from the Wall Street Journal. Conan O'Brien. That's not Conan O'Brien. His name is Art Chilito. Keeps the Family Food Journal up to date now in Burnt Hills, New York. Let's see. This is one inflation. The super frugal say they were made for this moment. And that's right. And that's, I mean, any type of crisis or anything like that. Not only the super frugal, but the people that have followed Dave Ramsey's advice and being debt free. Because that gives you margin. That gives you margin. If you're not making payments to the bank, then you have it in your bank account. And then you can pay, $3 extra for gas or whatever. So, super frugal, also, just anybody that follows Dave's advice is way better off and suited for any moments of crisis. Extremely frugal families are coping with record high inflation by doing what they've always done, not spending money. Doesn't affect us as much because of the way we shop, says Art Chilito, pictured above. They spent an average of $364 a month to feed their family of 11, and so they apparently have it down. 11 is a lot of family members, which is below last year's monthly average of 500. Okay, so they locked it down even more. With high inflation costing many Americans more, a small but enthusiastic group of already super frugal people are taking their saving strategies further. Some of their tactics: checking wholesalers for sharply reduced distressed foods with damaged packaging, designating no-spend months when they abstain from buying non-essentials, and auditing one or two categories of spending to see where they can shave costs. Extreme money-saving measures are gaining interest as more than 80% of American consumers say they plan to cut back spending by buying cheaper or fewer products, according to a May survey of 1,014 people by market research group NPD Group. All right. This is from The Hill. 5 ways the Fed's interest rate hikes will impact Americans. Related story to the last one. Federal Reserve Bank announced a 75 basis point interest rate hike on Wednesday. That means 0.75%. Move comes after inflation hit a new 40-year high last week. Fed watchers predict the bank's benchmark federal funds rate will continue to rise throughout the year, perhaps at a quicker pace than originally expected if higher prices don't go down. With the rate hike, interest rates will still only be around 1.6%, close to all-time lows. Here are 5 ways that environment of increasing interest rates will affect America's wallets and the economy. Mortgage, car, and credit payments are going to increase. Of course, stock markets are falling and seeing dramatic swings in prices. It's going to be harder to find a job. Prices increase that shrink demand also have the effect of forcing companies to cut costs, and one of the first places they look to do that is in the labor force. But with still so many jobs available, I don't know that that's going to be as big a factor as some of the other ones. The likelihood of a recession is growing. It's probably there. Dave said it was already happening. I guess because we won't know for sure till the numbers come out on July 1st. And of course, the recession, very scary word, but it just means the gross domestic product has gone down 2 cycles in a row, which I believe is month by month. I don't think it's quarters. While the Fed has been pursuing a soft landing for the economy, lowering inflation toward 2% without triggering a recession, many market commentators are viewing recession in the next year or two as increasingly likely. Again, by the definition of it, we're probably there the 1st of July when the numbers come out. And the 2% is what they target inflation to be. So inflation of 2% is normal and is fine with everybody, mostly. Let's see, war in Ukraine, what else? Global food prices, war in Ukraine has affected that, as well as lockdowns in China, which has affected production pipelines, broader issues with supply chains, which have been stymied by sky-high energy prices and congestion at ports, are also powerful forces dragging on the global economy. The national deficit is going to cost taxpayers more. They're going to raise tax rates. The resounding U.S. economic recovery experienced by the U.S. economy after the near total shutdown of the private sector due to the pandy took a bite. Pandy do take a bite, don't she? Out of the U.S. national debt. The latest projection of the deficit from the Congressional Budget Office was $1.7 trillion lower than expected. Okay? Well, that's good, isn't it? Projection of the deficit was lower. Yeah, that's good, isn't it? Oh, but with interest rates on the rise, pleasant surprises like this one will be fewer and further between, as paying off the national debt will require more taxpayer money. I don't know that they're trying to do that. I don't know that they're trying to pay it off. Doesn't seem like it. Doesn't seem like that at all. All right, what do we got? Like 15 minutes. Let's check the reddit.com/r/Dave Ramsey, and we sort by new. From Dave Ramsey newbie, need advice on withholding and on investment accounts. Me and my wife are on baby step 2 of the Ramsey plan and are in quite a bit of debt, which is a combo of credit cards and student loans. So 2 questions. I know on Dave Ramsey's website, he says to reduce your withholding, but wanting to know if we should just stop withholding altogether. No, you want to withhold what you would owe. You want to, within the year, you want to withhold, perfect world situations, it's exactly the amount that you owe, so that you neither have to get a refund or send any money. That'd be perfect world, but you just want to get it very close. And the reason for that is you do not want to get a big refund, because guess what? You can pay off debt, do any number with, save it, invest it, whatever, do any number of things with it if you have it during the year, as opposed to getting a lump sum later. So even having it on each paycheck beforehand, for example, if invested in the market, that's going to be better than waiting until you get the whole amount and invest all that in the market at one time. Doing it little by little off of each paycheck would be better, would be more money over time. All right, so yeah, you don't want to stop that, because you don't want to get caught owing money either. So you want to get all your money back that you can, but you don't want to owe money either. So you just try to figure out what you're going to be owing. Boom, boom, boom. Yep, Tattoo says moving toward financial freedom has made this whole recession thing a lot less stressful. That's it. Sid approves an agreement. I don't know. All these people are approving stuff, and then I say it 3 times in the Ramsey Show chat. I approve something, and then all of a sudden you get Troy Story approving stuff. And now Sid's approving stuff. Anyway, I guess they're fairly trustworthy. Number 2, we have brokerage accounts like Betterment and TD Ameritrade invested in mutual funds and some individual stocks. Should we close them, take the current losses, and use those funds to pay off our debts first? Dave would probably have you sell the individual stocks, but as the other one, no, actually, he probably would have you do that if they're non-taxable. I mean, if they are taxable brokerage accounts, meaning not tax advantage, meaning not retirement accounts, he would probably have you do that. The mutual funds, maybe not, but definitely the individual stocks, because he doesn't like you in the individual stocks. He wants to have you be in mutual funds for the automatic diversification that provides. Should we close them, take the current loss, and use those funds to pay off our debts first? Yeah, the individual stocks definitely. On the mutual funds, I mean, I would look at it. I mean, if it's gonna change your baby step 2 completion date by a month or two, I probably wouldn't worry about it. But the more months it would change it by, the more you would certainly want to do that. Hope to be debt free in about 23 months anyway. So it's probably not gonna be a lot more. So it just depends on how much is in there, and we'll check to see if they added information. Because this person that writes the first thing is called the original poster, OP. And so if they add any information for somebody else after somebody else's comment, then that'll be down at the bottom. Let's see, based on current income and available funds at the end of every month. Also looking to find some side jobs and sell a few of our stuff. Always sell a few of your stuff to help, few of your stuff to help speed up the process. Absolutely. And let's see if the OP added. The OP has not added anything. So we'll just stand pat on the advice that I just gave. Drain my savings. Original singer at 3049. Let's see. Magical Elixir, what's up? Thanks for dropping by. Tattoo says, if those accounts aren't retirement accounts, yeah, sell it and pay off debt. Yep. I'm on board with paying off debt. I'm sick of it. However, whenever there's a however or a but, you know it's going to be a big, big but. I'm concerned about draining my savings down to $1,000. That's very, very common. We've got about $12,500. We live well below our means, make $112,000, 2 compact sedans, mortgage payment about 13% of take-home pay. That's great. That's great. So you should have like that extra 12% that you're allowed under the Ramsey plan for housing. You're allowed to do something else, like pay off debt on there. So if on board with paying off debt, but doesn't want to go down to $1,000. Well, let's read the rest of it. $5,000, 0% interest store finance. Whoops, wrong one. I forgot the market was up today, so I was going to play that again. Whoops. Come on, let's try that again. Where is it? There it is. There we go. Okay. $5,000, 0% interest store finance. That's why I need somebody to do my engineering for me. Mattress, $3,000, 0% interest card until 123. Time's ticking. You got 5.5 months. Tick, 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 tick on that $3,000. 0% interest. And that, my friends, is how they get you. New appliances, $5,400. Sid, don't buy $5,400. Fridge approved, but $5,400 in new appliances not approved. Sid. Car loan, 6.8% interest. 69,000 student loans, 5.79%. He doesn't say how much the car loan. Must be for a mattress. $5,000 mattress. Okay, and I think that's how it goes. And then the $3,000 in a new bike, and the $5,400 is a car loan. So that's probably not gonna, no need to sell the cars, I guess. Especially if it's only if it's debt only on one of them. Yeah, just pay it off. Because he does say they have 2 sedans. Okay, it's all not kicking my butt, but it's holding me back. Indeed. My concern is that an HVAC issue, major car repair, which we may be looking at within the month, roof repair, possible braces, etc., would be going on credit, if we drain that savings? Is it really wise for a homeowner with cars and kids to have an emergency fund of $1,000? When using the snowball, it would really only pay off the zero interest debt anyways. Is that the lowest? Yeah, those are the lowest. And again, but this is only zero interest. The 3,000 is only zero interest for 5.5 more months, dog. And so yeah, it's $1,000. You're supposed to be scared. That way you'll get your butt in gear and pay off the rest of the debt. And then you'll be able to handle your HVAC with your full emergency fund. So you do that. That's why you stay gazelle intense even after paying off debt. You stay gazelle intense until you have your 3 to 6 months of emergency fund. So yeah, you're supposed to be scared. You're supposed to be worried about it. And that's why the $1,000 number has not changed with inflation or 30 years or any of that. So, and yes, it's really wise for you to do that because you will do that. And also, if you do have side jobs, and again, you got 12% extra, but I assume that's all going to this debt payment already, that you're saving on your housing allowance per day of 25% of take-home pay. So yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, possible braces, right? As in within 5 years, or my child's dentist has said we need to see an ortho within a year. Yep. So it says if you have an impending auto repair, then take it to the mechanic before you have to pay for towing too. Date Shubin says he's just start draining it. Pay one, wait a month, see how he feels, pay another. Yeah, and that would be better than not doing it at all, not trying it at all. Yep. Kat says once that 0% interest wears off, he will be paying something stupid like 29% interest. You're right. But they don't ever think about that. They don't ever think about that when they're signing for it, and they don't think about it when they are pulling into justification station about it. Whoop, whoop. All aboard. This from ME Girls. Ex-listener in search of other ex-listeners. Cool. This is a whole new dating area here. Ex-Dave Ramsey listeners. All right. And, if you're an ex-listener, why are you on the Dave Ramsey subreddit? Why don't you just go, oh, I'm not going to listen to that. I'm not for that anyway. I think I'll seek out something that I am into and pay attention to that instead of being negative about something. But the kids love it. Adults love it too. All right, let's see. 3 years ago, came across Dave Ramsey while looking for podcasts on a 6-hour drive adventure. Started listening to him every night. I had just moved into my house, was living solo. Better than living Chewbacca, and listened every evening for background noise and for financial advice that I really needed as a recent college grad in our first home living solo. Better than living Chewbacca, as I said. I also highly recommended him to my friends and my own staff. You have staff? That's pretty cool. Must mean you have own business. Let's see. A few things happened on the personal front that slowed down my listening heavily. Biggest factor was that I got 2 new roommates, my new husband and a dog, LOL. Husband could listen to it too. I also really got discouraged with Ramsey Solutions as a whole. I was disgusted by him firing the single pregnant employee. Wasn't thrilled with Chris Hogan event. Okay. And that's fine. You can do whatever you want to. They knew the rules when they both agreed to work there. They were informed of those rules. It wasn't just all of a sudden. Let's see. Then I remember him advising a young man to not stay with his girlfriend on a work trip because they weren't married, and he needs to honor her. Those topics simply don't align with my values. Okay, great. Go somewhere else and have other values. No problem. Today I turned on the podcast and made about 5 minutes in the day. Why even try? You said they don't align with your values. So what are you doing? I get it. In Howard Stern's heyday, more people that hated him listened to him than people that liked him. Today I turned on the podcast, made about 5 minutes, and Dave ran about gas prices being the cause of inflation. I'm an MBA and my husband is a supply chain planner, so they're smarter than Dave Ramsey. He said Dave's comments were ignorant, politically motivated, so she's not politically value aligned with Dave either. Got it. Turned it off almost immediately. Why'd you turn it on at all then? Don't get it. I don't even know what I'm looking for in this post. Exactly. I think I'm seeing if there are others that have gone through the same thing with Ramsey Solutions, but stalk his stuff. Anyway, just so you could say you hate it. The whole searching out things that you hate, yeah, I just don't get that. I'm just super bummed about it all. Not even mad, just really bummed. Like if I was doing that, well, I would have to find a chat on a debt leverage chat on YouTube and go in there and troll, I guess. Not even mad, just really bummed. Okay. You know, I mean, there's other financial advisors. There's other people you can listen to. It's a free cunch. Also, do you have other financial podcasts you love? My friends recommended The Financial Feminist, but I feel like she's too left for me. We're the non-biased, simply personal finance podcast. Personal finance is just that, personal. So you're going to get people that are their biases are going to come through. Excuse me, 106 comments, and we will not be going into those. Fun times. Let's see. Let's catch up with the chat. Boom, boom, boom. DH human, I think it file justification as an emotion under fragile, vulnerable, or inferior, depressed, maybe powerless, despair, maybe a combo. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter the reasons. It doesn't matter what emotional state they're in. For whatever reason, they're still trying to justify it. I mean, yeah, granted, you know, if you have emotional issues, obviously that needs to be dealt with by a counselor. And I'm certainly not certified in that at all. Somebody got a house yesterday that I know. And somebody paid off a house today. Excellent. Red, orange, yellow, blue, G. All right. Oh, I bet that was supposed to be green. My husband, 39M, and I, 37F, paid off our house today, and we are debt-free. We started with a 30-year mortgage in 2011, refied to a 15-year, and paid off the house in just under 11 years total. Excellent. We have 4 children, 9, 7, 5, and 6 months. We were very inspired by Dave Ramsey, but haven't been 100% according to plan. We watch our expenses, but have not held a budget for a few years. I'm assuming that means have not held a budget meeting for a few years. And we pay for our kids to go to private school. Private school should be fine if that's your choice and you don't have a house payment or any other debt. Yeah, debt free. Cool. All right. The debt snowball was probably the most helpful tool that gave us our momentum. It hasn't completely sunk in yet, but we are free and will hopefully never have another mortgage. Budget doesn't ever end. You always have to have a budget. So hold a budget meeting, definitely. And especially now, because guess what? If you're paying off your house and you pay it off, which is great, and then you don't have a budget meeting, a lot of that mortgage payment money is just gonna go bye-bye. So, yeah, you guys need to discuss what to do on that. In a budget meeting is the way that I would suggest you do that. Okay, I think we did that one. Yes. How to have no credit score. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did that one too. I think we've done all these. All right. I'm good. It's time. We've done an hour already. So let's see what we have here. Again, if you're wondering if I'm right about something, Kelly will tell you.
Oh, you're right, Steve.
That's right. She right. Oh. That's why I can't find my page, because it's back up this way. Alrighty, so upcoming streams. I'll be doing some game streaming this weekend. I'll be doing the tech support with Coach Steve Money that I did not do on Monday this weekend as well. This show, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Ramsey Show, Aftershow show. The rest of these don't have a day or time on it because I'm just going to do them whenever I have time. Not many people watch live anyway. Most people watch after the fact. If more people start watching live, I may try to figure out what the best time is and date and do it. And then, all right, so still, and as far as old man video gaming, still working on, I stopped some Uncharted to do the open beta test of PC Building Simulator 2, and I did that, and so those are the newest ones on there. I tried to do an Uncharted stream, was it last night or the night before last? I got 7 minutes in, and then the internet took a dump on me, and so I decided to just, I deleted that 7-minute video, and I'll just start. I still have the game save from when I started there, so nothing will be missed on the next time that I do that. Alrighty. Plug time. They are at the top of the chat and in the video description below, and most of them on the right side of my YouTube banner here. You can schedule a free consultation with me. Once again, I'm a Ramsey Solutions certified financial coach. That is Dave Ramsey's company. And you click on financial coaching, and then you see the calendar. You can change the month. You pick the date and the time, and Calendly will email me and let me know when you want that appointment. I'll email you back and let you know the information I need in order to accurately financially assess you. PayPal is for donations, and that's also on the bottom of my webcam frame. That's paypal.me/CoachSteveMoney. Instagram is Coach Steve Money, no spaces. Add me on the ground. And finally, email is CoachSteveMoney@thegmail.com. This D is not in there. That's just what I put in front of words when I want to sound a million years old. Especially like new things, like newer things, like the iTunes, where you would put that in there. That just makes you sound old. So it's, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. And you can email me about anything you would like to. I don't mind reading a couple lines from you, interacting with you. Oh, that's fine. Give me opinions. If you definitely have any questions about doing this after show, about the Ramsey stuff in general, about scheduling an appointment with me, about Oak Island that will be back on in November. Season 10 will be starting, and so very exciting. They are doing, or they probably already did, because they're filming now. They start filming as soon as it's warm enough in Nova Scotia to start working again there. But they have muon data, and that's how they found the 2 new empty spaces in the pyramid, which they are redoing that on the Great Pyramid. They're trying to get funding now because the technology is even better now. They'll be able to tell exactly what orientation the open space is with the orientation now. But they are, the Money Pit area, they are getting muon signals, and that's cosmic rays, and they pass through everything. And so that way you can tell exactly what shapes of things are there and exactly where it is. So there's no like trying to punch down a hole and see if you get some gold or something else like that in there to try to find it that way. They'll be able to see exactly where objects are, like chests and all the tunnels, etc., etc. They'll be able to see exactly all that. So very exciting. As you can see, I'm a nerd about it. Again, this after show, if you have questions about video gaming or computer stuff, there's my PC building open beta being played. I played career mode in these first 2, but in the last 2 it was open building or free building, and I did run into a glitch because I couldn't it wouldn't let me put thermal paste on a processor on certain motherboards. So I did fill out the form and send that information to them so they could fix that. And especially you can email me if you'd like to sing the Baby Step song. I've been singing it for over 9 months, all myself, and I have to do it every single time. I'd love to play somebody else singing it. You can pre-record and I can just play it. Or guess what? You can do it live. We have that kind of video conferencing technology in 2022. Alrighty, so thanks everybody for watching. The best thing you can do for me is to subscribe. Need 1,000 subscribers before I can get any money from YouTube at all for the watch time. Also, you can't get any like super chats or anything like that. You can't do any of that until you get 1,000 subscribers. I've already satisfied all the other requirements for that. But yeah, subscribe, like, and comment. Appreciated muchly. And I hope everybody has a great weekend. And let's see, didn't know I played video games? Yeah, I play a lot of them. And I have a lot of them on my channel. Let's see, Tattoo used to program content for racing simulators. That's cool. Also used to race on a semi-pro level. Wow. Tattoo got all kinds of stories today. All right, and I appreciate you watching. I know it's your first time. I appreciate it very much, sir. Alrighty, and everybody have a wonderful weekend and stay cool. Don't get too hot. Watch the UV content, especially if you have a bald head like me, and make smart financial decisions every day.